Hey everyone! Today we're diving into something every worker should know about: chemical safety. Chemicals are everywhere in the workplace and they come in different forms: mists, vapors, liquids, dusts, fumes, and gases. Each form can affect us in different ways, and knowing how to handle them safely is crucial. First, let's start with the basics. Know how to react in an emergency. If there's a leak or spill, stay away from the area unless you're sure about what the chemical is and how to clean it up safely. Know where emergency supplies are, such as protective equipment and spill kits, and understand how to use them. When working with chemicals, appropriate protective clothing is a must. Depending on the chemical and the type of work, you may need things like glasses, aprons, boots, or gloves. Always wear what's necessary to protect yourself. If your clothing becomes contaminated, wash or shower immediately. Change and decontaminate your clothes or dispose of single-use clothing properly. One important rule to remember: don't take contaminated clothes home. If you do, you risk exposing your family to the chemicals. So always make sure you change and decontaminate before leaving work. And don't forget, wash your hands thoroughly before eating, drinking, or touching your face when working with chemicals. If necessary, shower and change clothes before heading home to avoid carrying contaminants with you. Speaking of food, never take food into the work area where chemicals are being used or stored. It's a simple rule, but an important one to keep everyone safe. If you're working in an area where there's a risk of exposure to toxic substances, use a buddy system or set up an emergency communication plan. Chemicals can cause serious harm, and in an emergency, you may need immediate help. Having someone nearby is crucial. One of the simplest ways to reduce the risk of exposure is to keep the workplace clean. Clean up any spills immediately using the proper equipment and disposal methods. In some cases, a vacuum is better for cleanup than a broom or compressed air. The goal is to contain the chemical, not spread it around. It's also important that all workers know how to identify hazardous chemicals. You should understand the health and safety risks of the chemicals you're working with and follow all recommended safety precautions. Training in proper storage, disposal, and first aid for chemicals is essential for keeping everyone safe. Chemical safety is everyone's responsibility. By following these basic safety precautions, we can all reduce the risks associated with chemical exposure. Make sure you're properly trained, use the right protective equipment, and always be aware of the potential hazards in your workplace. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and share it with your colleagues. Stay safe, and see you next time.